What makes you feel good? What floats your boat and makes your steps lighter? What puts a smile on your face without fail and make even your hump day blues disappear? Well, those are the kind of positive ideas we want to focus on because from this point and on, it's good vibes only. On Good Vibes Only, we invite some good people into the studio to talk about good things only. That is, whatever makes us feel happy, whether it's foods, moods, hoods, or goods. And today's good person with the good vibes is singer-songwriter Neeve. Hello, and welcome to our show.
Good to see you.
Thank you so much for joining our show.
Thank you for having me.
And thanks for being here. Could I ask you to start by introducing yourself to our global listeners?
Oh, yes. Hello, listeners of Wonder Hours. This is Neeve. I'm very happy to be here, and thank you again for having me. And I look forward to, talk with Hyerim today.
Me too. I'm excited for today's show. So you were first introduced to the Korean audience as Brian Park about 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. And you also used your full Korean name, Jisoo, for writing credits as well. But when you're singing, you go by this unique stage name. Mm-mm. So where did the moniker Neeve come from?
Well, it's not because of a majestic reason, but we were kind of like brainstorming on whether I should use the name Brian Park or go by as Jisoo Park or come up with something else. And then we were kind of like giving ourselves kind of like a moment and space to think about if I come up with artist stage name, what should I go with? And then this word Neeve popped up. And then it actually basically means being cool without having to say cool.
Being cool.
Without having to say that I'm cool.
Oh, that's what this word means?
Right. It's in Urban Dictionary.
Mm-hmm. I should have read more dictionary then.
So, I thought at that time, I really thought that I wasn't really cool myself. In general, but I thought just by being yourself and accepting who you are truly yourself, and I thought that was just cool by itself. And the word Neeve, actually, I could relate to that. So
absolutely.
Yeah, so we just decided to let's go with that.
So the word Neeve just popped into your mind?
Not just out of nowhere, but we were kind of looking through the dictionaries. Yeah. We had our moment of studying it, and then
browsing through. Let's see which name you want. Ooh, this word sounds cool.
Yeah, but actually, in the initial phase, I thought that let's have some word that starts with N. Right.
Oh, what is that your favorite alphabet?
It wasn't my favorite alphabet, but it's just that word, alphabet popped into my head at that moment. I don't know the reason behind it. It's been too long.
Just destiny. Right. Well, Urban Dictionary says Neeve means very cool, uplifting, cutting edge, pretty much everything that is groovy. So that's why this word captured your heart.
Well, at the time, I was nowhere close to be uplifting or very cool. That's what I thought.
That's what you aspire to become.
Yes. That's why I wanted to become. So
they say in Korean, 이름 따라간다고.
Right.
So why is the I capitalized?
Well, that was a random move of me and the previous label that I was in. We were looking at the word, and then
something was missing. So you added a little flavor to it, a little taste, a little touch.
Right. Initially, we were going V as capitalized and then E capitalized, and then none of them seemed right. And then we kind of did I capitalized, and then we were looking at it for a moment, and we were like, now it looks
now
we can
good.
we can use that. And also the word I could mean I as a person.
Right,
so given the meaning behind it, I thought that by being yourself and accepting who you are, you're truly cool. So
I love the message.
Right. So capitalizing I just like fit the purpose of the word. So
yeah. Wonderful. It looks nice. Yeah, good job on that.
Thank you.
And of course, congratulations, because your new album, The Information, just came out late last month.
Last month.
Last month. So can you tell us a bit about this album?
Yes, so this album was released in, I believe, July 28th. And the word, the information, I was brainstorming about how we are so open to so much of information, like development of internet.
Oh, I agree with you 100%. There's so much information that it's hard to choose. It takes a whole day to, okay, so which one am I going to listen to? Which one am I going to read? There's so many choices.
Right. And so many issues, so many news, so many information that we're exposed to. Nothing like back in 1990s or like even 2000s or even 2010, because like
1990s were the good days, the good old days.
It was good old days. Where our parents had to read off the actual written map to navigate themselves when they're driving and going somewhere.
Yeah, that was pretty tough.
Right, that's tough. I don't know how they did it.
I don't know how they did it, but I mean, nowadays we have navigation, and my dad still can't. He's still a kirchi. He can't find his ways. I'm like, Dad, are you a kirchi? He's like, no, I'm not. I'm not. But, and then he gets lost.
That happens, right? So I was thinking about this phenomenon and really thought to myself, and there's lots of emotions, venting, like kind of like expressing yourself on the internet. And I was wondering, what's real and what's not. I was in my
you were in that phase,
right? I was in my little room studio, just like brainstorming about life and whatnot. And I thought that, what is real feeling? There's feelings imprinted on the internet, and people talk about it, and then they relate to it. But then I was thinking that I wanted to kind of show, kind of like. Write down all my feelings on the paper and then see what's real and what's not. I know that sounds kind of like strange, but I wanted to really just look myself in the mirror and think to myself, what am I feeling right now other than what I'm seeing on the internet?
Right.
So I wanted to come up with the ideas, just like me writing diaries on my own, and then I wanted to use love as a theme, but at the same time I wanted to input my own opinion, the real feelings that I felt at that moment.
So you wanted to self-reflect,
right,
and find that genuine feeling, because there's so many fake news or fake stories out there, and you want to find what's real.
Right, and genre-wise, actually this album is very interesting because I used all the genres. I sang all the genres that I am not used to, just because also I used the advantage of modern days kind of like a phenomenon where I can actually be anyone on the internet too, right?
Right.
So I wanted to try something different genres, but at the same time I wanted to write self-reflected lyrics in it. So that's kind of like controversial. That can be controversial, but that's a beauty of 21st century. So I did that, and apparently people like it. So I'm happy. I'm happy about this album.
Then, to put so many genres and so many thoughts into one album, it must have been a tough process. How was it? What was it like making the album?
Well, it was...
Did it take a long time?
Some songs actually... So it's composed of 5 songs. Actually, 2 songs took me a while, just because in all of the songs except for one song, kind of like rapping in a song, which I've never done in my career.
I'll be looking forward to that song. Rap.
Yes, so recording that took me a while took me a while.
The rap part?
Rapping part. Coming up with rapping part actually took longer. But singing part didn't take me too long, or melody making didn't take me too long. I took some time making track.
Yeah. So you make your own tracks, you write your own lyrics.
Oh yes, so
Amazing.
this album is all
Self-written.
written, composed, arranged, mixed and mastered by me.
By yourself,
So
even mixed
everything-
and mastered.
Right, so everything is done by myself. It's very experimental.
Wow, that's amazing.
So I used all the information I gathered and made it into just like a huge diary of my own.
Wow.
And
it must be so personal and so special.
right, very personal
meaningful.
project.
Especially because you worked on the whole album by yourself. Wow. I think I'm a little different, like the opposite of you, because when I record the rap parts are the easiest for me, and it takes a long time for me to record the vocal parts.
I mean,
Yeah.
that makes sense too. 'Cause you're used to rapping and kind of like different things, different styles.
I sound completely different when I'm rapping and singing. What about you?
I have no idea. I'm like, it's not been too long since I released something like this. So I've been listening to myself and listening to it. It's just like, to me, it sounds like somebody who's not good at rapping trying to rap.
But well, it was your first time trying.
Right.
And it's your story, so we understand.
I hope the listeners understand where I come from as
course.
well. So yes,
Fans
I tried
must,
my best.
Right, of course. So, fans must have been so excited. Right. All right, well, let's listen to a song from the information right now. Here is Day by Day by Neeve. We just heard Day by Day, the fourth track off of Neve's latest album, The Information. Ah, what a chill song.
It's a pretty chill song, and I was
groovy.
rapping on the second verse.
Your rap part sounded like a narration?
Something like
little
that.
bit, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes. So
Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle. So I try to be as neutral as possible,
Can
like
we
in the
expect?
middle.
Can we expect like a hardcore rap in the future?
Oh my. Who's paying me?
Like the rappers on the Show Me show. Yeah, that would be. I mean, new concepts are always fun to do.
Right.
So.
I'm open to it.
Yeah. What can you tell us about this song, Day by Day?
Well, it's basically a love song. Me talking about I want to spend my day after day with this specific person. And genre-wise, it's a very chill pop genre-based song. And it's really, this is the most kind of like common themed song out of the album. So like a lot of people talk about love and I want to spend my rest of my life with you. But honestly, I haven't been singing about this kind of style for a while. I was always singing something like, there's a song called Tired, and there's a song called Get Away. So it's very self-reflecting songs. And there's also a song called From Me. So for me, to be singing straight up love song, it's not too common from my opinion. Yeah.
It's not something that you would normally
Not normally do, yes.
All right, well, let's take a look at some comments. We have Abinaya KB, Neeve, Peru, Neeve, Argentina, Listen and Say, Leah A, Taipei Wern, Wendy, Paulina, Maldonado, joining us on YouTube, saying, Hi, Neeve. Hi, Neeve.
Hello. I recognize all of you because I do radio from time to time, and then I recognize all the names.
All the names, I
Yes,
see.
yes.
So they're your regular followers and listeners.
They're called Neevers, or my fandom name, yes.
Neevers. Ooh. All right, and Leo Narda says, this song feels like he was having fun in the studio for some reason. Take my money.
I was having fun until the rapping part.
Oh, well, you did a great job. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Bahar says, stop being so humble, Neeve. You did an amazing job. Neeve made the most suitable album for this day and age. I love every single track on that album, and Neeve always tries to be true to his feelings, and this shines in this album once again. I agree completely.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Nisa Ramadia says, always love to hear something new from Neeve.
I'm ready to deliver new songs to you guys. It's going to continue to come in your way.
All right, and Enna Orr says, the rap part is perfection.
Is it the sarcasm on another level, or are you being truthful to yourself?
I think she's being truthful, yes. And Lenny Susilo says, you newborn rapper, black and white, Neeve.
Oh my! So people's being kind of like fans being like, I don't know if they're trying to make fun of me or like they're actually being like serious, but they've been calling me the best rapper and whatnot. Now I've become rapper for them.
All right, and Benjamin Veracruz says, hi Neeve, nice to meet you. You sound so cool and smart. Please have a great Wonder Hour with our limb.
Will do. Thank you.
And Ambiguous Radish says, oh wow, I didn't even know that Neeve was an actual word. Good to know, very creative. Yeah.
We didn't know when we were choosing the word that it was an actual word. We had to go through our Urban Dictionary.
Oh.
Right.
I was first introduced to Neeve when he guested on a podcast a few years ago. At that time, he had silver or white hair. Oh, and he looks so different now, but still very handsome. It's good to see you again.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, there was a time where I dyed my hair to pure white.
Why?
I'm sure you know how it is.
Yeah.
I dyed my hair, I think, like 7 times for promoting a specific song at that time.
You can take my hair. I have lots of white hair.
Hey,
Why did you choose?
Mine's starting to grow as well. So I chose the color because I didn't know what it would happen to me.
You wanted to see how you
Right.
look like in white hair?
And the hairdresser, he was like, are you sure? And I made a huge mistake of saying yes.
Oh.
And then we were there from 6 p.m. till 12 a.m. just going back and forth, dyeing my hair. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your hair must have...
At the end of the day, I thought that it was snowing. Because my hair started just like kept on falling off. And whenever I took a shower, it's just like a bunch of hair just like came out. I was thankful to my parents. I have like lots of hair, but at the same time, it was just too much. So
yeah. Like, hair 상했을까 봐, right? I can't.
It was 상했어. It was 상했어. All.
Right. Because dyeing your hair too many times can really.
Yeah. So the hairdresser, people at the
Damage
salon,
your
this
hair.
is like he told me that just know that just give up on your hair just like this much.
Oh.
Yeah. Just know that you.
Oh, there
lost
it is. There is it. We're watching the video right now.
Oh.
Yeah, you look very different. A hairstyle, a different hairdo can make you look completely different.
So that was actually in the middle of dyeing my hair. It was actually more white before.
You look like an idol over there. More like an idol. Oh, that's Shimmy Jamie.
Yes. So we did the show together called Begin Again. So that was in Itaewon. Actually, we were performing. It was good times. We enjoyed.
Nice. Oh, I miss her too. All right, so going back to the script. Oh, by the way, we have one more message.
Right.
Stacy Gabrielle says, OMG, I love Neeve so much back in 2021 when I discovered him when I was going through a rough time, and I'm glad I did. So thanks for helping me through these tough times.
Oh, thank you. I mean, that's all the reason why I do this. I want to be... Because while I do it, I didn't know... The thing about internet these days as well, the good thing about it is that you can be giving a good vibes or give consolation to someone else across the country without you knowing. So reason for me to keep on going with music career is for me to express myself, but at the same time, I want them to relate to myself at some point in some moment, and just be okay. Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah, I love that mindset, that heart. Yeah, I feel like nowadays SNS is all about sharing good vibes and just sharing, right? All over the world. Amazing. Okay, let's go back to our script. So you originally majored in clarinet.
Right.
Ooh.
So clarinet is my major.
Oh, that's your major. So how long did you play the clarinet for?
Well, I started playing clarinet when since I was 11, 10? 11, yes. And I wasn't really thinking of majoring in clarinet until I was in 8th grade, 9th grade. So I was 15, and then I started being serious about clarinet and did that. So,
you ended up majoring.
Right.
Yeah. But why clarinet? There are so many other
choices.
Instruments, more major instruments. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, it was mom's choice.
Okay.
So she's like, how
about?
like she's like, how about you play this? And then I'm the type of person who, if I can't do it or don't want to do it, I just don't do it. But I was playing clarinet and it sounded really good. And then I knew that clarinet is the type of instrument somewhere in between flute and saxophone. Somewhere in the middle, like sound-wise, kind of like image-wise. And I just really like the sound of clarinet. Wow. And also, I was looking at oboe player. And you know the thing about oboe player is that they have this like lead where they have to kind of like grind it the whole day. They have a room for that.
Wow.
But clarinet, you don't have to do that, so easier path.
Oh, easier. No 귀찮은 process.
Right. It was 귀찮아 enough for me to have, something to take care of, like instruments and the leads, like the wooden leads.
Even with violin, they have to do that, right?
Right.
Yeah.
You have to keep on kind of like grinding your
Putting
bow.
some oil on it or something. I think. I played violin for a little bit. Anyways, I remember you have to like 관리해 a lot.
So
even the guitar, all kinds of instruments.
yes.
But with clarinet, there's nothing you have to do.
I mean, you have to be really careful with your reeds, where it's like a wooden piece of stick that you put on the clarinet so you can play. Wow. So you have to be really cautious of taking care of it, but nothing close to reeds for oboe.
I see.
If there's an oboe player, you probably can relate to me. Yeah. There's a room for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a whole room for it. It's amazing. And we're getting comments. Ibi Naya KB says, coolest mom. And Neeve Peru says, haha, thanks mom. And Tape Peru says, mama knows best. And Wendy's laughing. Paulina Maldonado says, mom is the best. And Leonarda says, clarinet people are chill and groovy.
They are. we are. We're all chill.
And when did you decide to leave the world of classical music and shift your focus to pop music?
Well, I wouldn't really say like leaving classical word. I kind of like brought classical realm to the pop music that I did. So I work as a writer as well. So there's a song that I did for group Super Junior. It's called Burn the Floor. And I literally used orchestral elements in composing the song. So having classical background it really lifted me up. Like it helped me out a lot. But really, when I was going to college for a year, there was a day where I brought my guitar, but forgot to bring clarinet.
Oh.
And it was my major. And I got kicked out of the class on that day. And I thought to myself, that I feel like I was gonna lose my opportunity to do something else if I kept on majoring in clarinet like 2 or 3 more years. So I applied for leave of absence for a year so that I can do like busking, so I can just like sing or like play guitar.
To experience more.
Right, just experience different lifestyle. And then that got me to Korea.
Wow.
So, and that year of leave of absence became 12 years.
Wow, so you really went outside the box.
Right, right.
Amazing. Wow. And as I mentioned earlier, you were first introduced in Korea as Brian Park back in 2014 when you took part in a K-pop audition program.
Right.
So what led you to enter the audition?
Well, am I allowed to say the actual audition name?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so it was called Super K season 6.
There's so many. How many seasons were there?
8 until 8. So they did until 8. So I appeared in season 6 and I ended up in top 9.
Ooh.
So we went on a live show, and so
What was the experience like?
it was, to be 100% honest with you guys, it was very brutal.
I know. I can see.
These days, there's no manager, there's no writers holding me back from saying it. But I'm saying this right now. It was brutal, very brutal.
I'm sure it was.
Right. Not saying like people were brutal, but for me, I was so used to Western culture at that time, and I was just so used to just enjoying music just as it is.
Yeah.
And when I entered the Superstar K, I didn't know the environment of it. I knew, of course, I knew the it's a competition and competitive show, but I didn't know
Like a survival show.
right how. Oh my God, they're showing the video.
Ooh, are we watching the video now?
No.
Oh no.
So yeah, I mean, like I went there, and then the writer told me, there's like I thought I was, so I did the New York audition, and then I got in, and I flew to Korea with high hopes and dreams of maybe I can be something, somebody else, like here, if I come to Korea. And then I came here, and there's like other version of Brian Park in the room, different rooms. So like a lot of people from Nevada, or like from where else, like Georgia. It's like it wasn't just me who came from
The States.
the States.
Or overseas.
Right. So there's a bunch of people, and then we had to audition again.
You have to compete again.
Right. To pass
in Korea.
this super week session. So
Because they had several like
Candidates.
stages, right?
Right.
1차, 2차, 3차.
Right, so-
Just like an audition for an entertainment
right,
company.
I didn't know it was 1차. So it meant that I just like passed 1차, and then I thought I was just so special playing guitar myself. And there's like other like 30 people with long hair, handsome, really good singing like skills, good vocalist out there. So I was just like at the time, I thought to myself, I should be a little more humble to myself, and then I'm probably not gonna make it to the next round. So maybe I'm just gonna have like good meal session with my parents after me not getting in. And then I asked like writer, saying that, so if I don't make it, I can stay in Korea, right? And then they said I have to go back to the States right away.
If you don't get to the next round, you have to leave right away.
Right. I thought they were joking, but then there were people leaving. I saw them.
You saw other people leaving.
While waiting for my turn.
Oh, goodness.
Crying on the spot. So I was like devastated.
I feel you. Yeah,
So,
I know
yeah,
how that feels.
It was pretty brutal. But wrapping up all the stories together, it was a great experience. It was needed experience. It was needed experience. But I thought maybe if it wasn't too brutal to me.
I'm sure it was brutal and scary and everything.
It was scary. It was very scary.
I mean, it may look easy when you're watching it on TV. It may seem easy, but when you're in that position, oh, it's a different story.
I didn't know the concept of waiting, like 대기 시간. You know, when you go on
It's all about 대기 시간,
yes,
the waiting time.
For that 15 minutes, you have to wait for, I don't know, like 4 to 5 hours.
I know. But on TV, you just
People
see it. Yeah,
as
like
it is.
3 minutes and you're gone. Oof, that's the reality of 방송.
A reality,
yeah.
It's tough.
So, can I ask your MBTI?
My MBTI?
Yeah, random question.
Are you into MBTI?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah. I mean, I see a lot of myself in you, so I'm asking you.
Oh. Yeah. Well,
You're an I. Let me guess.
Yes.
Yeah,
100% INTP.
Oh, I thought you would be a total F.
I used to be INFJ.
INFJ.
And then I turned to INTP. Society in Korea turned me into T. And P, I become J whenever I want to become one. So that's like kind of like huge P.
Interesting.
Okay. What's your MBTI?
Mine is ISFJ.
ISFJ.
Yeah.
Do we have something in common?
I.
Like
And we are N, right? Other than that, I think, I.
Right.
I. I guess we're both strong I's.
Right.
That's right. All right, it's time for another song break. So we're going to listen to some more songs by Neeve. What can you tell us about these songs?
Well, so I chose 2 songs. It's called Loser and Rewind. So those 2 are my the single after me creating my own label, and it's also a song about love. I know I mentioned about me not singing about love songs that much, but then these days I've been singing a lot about it. And Loser is a song about feeling like a loser after like kind of like broken relationship. And I talk about how I just like talk about in depth about why I feel like loser in the song. And Rewind is a song where I keep on saying that if I turn back in time, would we not break up, or would we still
Be together.
Together? But kind of like I input this idea, maybe not. That's why it's kind of like a sad song. But in a way, I wanted the song to be giving off this kind of like nostalgic vibe. So I tried hard in track-wise, like to give that vibe and feeling. So I hope that delivers.
All right, well, let's listen to those 2 songs right now. First up is Loser, followed by Rewind. We just heard Rewind by Neeve, and before that it was Loser, also by Neeve. And if you're just tuning in, singer-songwriter Neeve is sitting right next to me at the moment for this week's Good Vibes Only. Yay! Oh, I loved these 2 songs.
Thank you.
Especially Rewind is my kind of taste.
Really?
Yeah, I love like soft, like closer to ballad songs.
We call it kind of like a neo-soul pop.
I see.
Yeah. Glad you like it.
Yeah, well, thank you for creating such wonderful music. All right, let's take a look at some more comments. Leonarda says, the title is Loser, but the song is Winner. So good. They just starts better with his music. Oh,
thank you.
So sweet. Thank you.
I'm happy that it helped.
And Bahar says, Rewind is such a relatable and soothing song. I'm sure all of us had relationships that we still have regrets about. For me, it's a song to grieve for a loved one I lost a few years ago.
I mean, we all have something to regret for. Actually, for me, I think like it'd be sad if you don't know what to be regretful for. So I think for me, Rewind is type of song about self reflecting in a way. So I think it's good to have something to regret for.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to look back and to self-reflect and you regret it, but you grow through that.
Right, and then you become the better version of yourself.
That's right. Great message. Stacy Gabrielle says, he's literally an artist. I have a playlist for it's full of his songs that I go to when life gets tough. His voice, lyrics, and music in general helps me feel better. Thank you for existing.
Oh, thank you.
We're getting so many sweet comments today.
Oh, I'm overwhelmed.
And on Instagram, listeners Yunabi, Neeve Studios, Claire2316, Neeve, and M-Mix wrote, thank you for inviting our Neeve. Oh. Thank you.
Thank you.
For Neeve PH says, does Neeve experience creative blocks as well? And how does he deal with it?
I'll be 120% honest with you. I don't deal with it. I don't. I'm a good runner, which means that if things get hard, I tell myself, it doesn't have to be this hard. And then I take a moment, I take my time, and then come back, and then problem seems lighter than before. So that's a tactic that I learned to confidently run away from your problem.
Having a positive mindset.
Yeah.
Amazing. And MHE Annyeong says, what music genre do you want to challenge yourself with but somehow afraid of doing so? Rap?
Yeah. I literally did it in my second mini album, The Information, rapping. I don't know what I would do next. Let me think about it. Yeah, rap.
Rap. How about rock, punk?
Rock, punk. I don't know about punk, but I did some of a rock genre song before. It's called I'm Alive and Escape. I think that suited me pretty well, surprisingly. So I would say rapping bits rock genre. So still rap.
Rap would be the most challenging genre for you. All right, and since your debut in 2018, you've worked with so many artists, including Paul Kim, Sam Kim, Chen of EXO, Hayes, and Park Hae-won Hin. Are there any musicians that you're particularly close to also in real life?
Well, the thing that I feel that I'm most blessed with, and I feel very thankful and grateful, is that I still keep in a great relationship with all of the artists that you just mentioned. We still call, we're still together, maybe have a drink of wine, and just talk about life, and still talk about music. And it's almost been 5 to 6 years since I got to know them. So all of them, we are just close in real life. And I would say, so to answer that question, I would say everyone.
Everyone.
Especially actually Chen Young. We've been talking nonstop these days. Yeah.
I see. And are there any musicians you really want to work with or collaborate with in the future?
Oh, my.
Do you have a whole list of people you want to collaborate with? Because now because you were a J.
I wouldn't say I have. I've been away from the internet, so I don't know who's really popular these days. Surprisingly, but for me, let me see. I would say Bruno Major. He's my favorite artist. So far, I've been just listening to his music nonstop. So if I get a chance, I would really want to try out some chill pop vibe song with him.
Chill pop.
Me and him in the room, wooden room, with this cozy vibe, by a fireplace, and have some cup of tea.
That's
That sounds like a date.
A music date.
Yeah, a musician's date. I want to have that with him.
But I love that image. So chill. Right. And moving on. You founded your own label, Chapter M, last year. And in May, you also announced the establishment of your own publishing company.
Right.
Publishing company?
Right.
Like 출판사?
So music, 음악 출판사, yes.
음악 출판사? Wow, it's my first time hearing it.
So
how-
basically the music publishing is about managing and taking care of the writer's royalty. So that's basically the agency of writers.
Yeah.
So same as like we have agency for artists.
Right.
So the same concept. I work as a producer and a writer, so I know things in that realm. So I was like, why not? Well, this journey with Chapter M has been very, very, very fun, very busy.
Yeah.
Hectic days. I had to take care of all the paperwork and contracts, and sometimes it becomes a little funny where I have to become 대표 and the artist at the same time.
Right.
And when somebody's trying to recruit me for a specific show,
I have to talk to you?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I have to like, wait, who should I become? Wait, and then that kind of like incident happens. Now I'm used to it, but that's a fun part. And busy part is that we have to keep on creating and producing songs.
Right.
So nothing like before when I was with different labels where I just needed to follow the path they drew for me. And that was okay with me, but then right now it's more like I have to dig my own path.
And you have to take much more responsibility.
Right, because there are people involved in it as well.
Right.
So I have to be...
And you also have other artists in your company.
Right.
So you have to take care of not just yourself, but your other artists as well.
So quick promotion, we have an artist called Kim Young-gun. He's the winner of Super K Season 8, so give him lots of love.
We will do. Thank you. And now for our next song break, we're going to listen to ZZ and Record Player, both by Neeve. And here they are right now, ZZ and Record Player, both by Neeve. We just heard Record Player by Neeve and his song ZZ before that. All right, it's already time to say goodbye. So do you have any message for Neevers?
Well, I mean, time really flies fast. I had a blast. I had a blessing time here. Thank you again for having me here.
Thanks. Thank you.
And thank you, Neevers, for always supporting my music, always showing love, coming here again and just like showing lots of love. I'm just happy one man who's having supports from warm-hearted people. So thank you so much. Let's just keep up giving good vibes and just good influence. So thank you guys so much, and we'll just keep on releasing songs, good songs. So thank you so much.
And thank you so much for coming and for sharing your good vibes with us today. And we're going to say goodbye to Neeve and also close the show with a song pick by Neeve himself. So here is To Let a Good Thing Die by Bruno Major. Bye.